Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back up here. Another day of Asto-Gravitational energy reports for you guys. I want to say thank you for the coffee, JCKCPI, and I believe Martin. You guys, thank you. Thank you. Deserve your recognition. Appreciate for the energies coming back to me in that way. And with that being said, in here, following from the energies from yesterday, even though that right now I spend time to look even to, what is this? What is this heaviness? Why we have to go with this? The sun right now, it is in Libra, but the sun is gonna go at Aries, but it's gonna be joining Chiron, is gonna be squaring Mars. Paying an attentions within the masculine energies. What do you want? How do you want? What do you push for? What are you going on for? Act on it. You see, Mars is going to be playing a huge role in the next pretty much long time with this. For we're talking about like I think even to talking about April and May energies because he is going to be going into Leo. That is going to be opposing Pluto, which is going to be entering. It's going to be entering Aquarius. And with this kind of like a transitions, it is about to prepare yourself not to fight, not to do, but to build. And it's going to be calling for a building a new life. New life, but it's in a based out of a past experience. You know, you're not, hopefully you learned your lessons. Hopefully you did, work. But in the next 6 months, when the sun, the authority is going to be learning the new processes, which is the sun, is going to be meeting everybody pretty much on that side. We are talking about is going to meet Pluto, Saturn, and Neptune is going to be meeting in there into the gate of crossing over from subconscious fixed, which is going to be Pisces. This is going to be Pisces is going to be a really kind of like an intense period and February, March period in there. And when the sun is going to be entering areas in there. It's going to be some a lot of this kind of like continuations of practicing of what you did in a based of that past experiences in there. To remind you that the North and the South Node, they're going to be moving from Libra to Virgo past node in there. It's going to be triggering Virgos and it's going to be triggering a lot of the Pisces, which is the North Node is going to go into Pisces in this period of 6 months. And this is what is going to bring this past. Where is the past coming from? The South Node divine energies with Saturn. That energy is going to be activated. It's going to be powerful. Particularly, we're talking about at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm talking about these energies here with Saturn. Saturn is currently in divine energies with the South Node and Lilith and the Ascendant in there. But as you see it right in here, I'm talking about Mars, Chiron square, and with the Sun has been opposite. I want to be shifting you a little bit a month ahead in there with this particular energy for as the sun is going to be here. And as we're talking about, the sun is going to be here with a Chiron that is going to be in April. That is going to be still squaring Mars. Okay. So masculine energies, warrior energies, fighting things, there's going to be kind of like in a lot of internal wars in there. Particularly, we're talking about in a matter of internal wars within yourself, but it's about family patterns, and that's going to be having even the reflecting on the bigger scales within the community, talking about even those wars that currently is going on through the world. It is about to tell us that we need to heal the past. We have to heal the past. And as I was saying it as this, Here is the South Node that already moved into Virgo up here in the 6 months in April. And here we have what? Conjunctions here with the North Node to Saturn and Venus. It's about the love and the subconsciousness that's going to come. As you see these energies here, it's going to be piled up. Okay, so this new energy, as soon as the sun is going to be coming out in there for from Pisces, is going to be meeting these energies here before all that. Okay, and be ready for this because the energies is going to be asking you as a Pluto is going to be coming in up here in Aquarius for it is about focus where focus right here within the new focus within the building. This is where the North Node is currently, but Pluto is already at 3 degrees of Aquarius. So March is going to be including with this energy, and this is what is going to call for uh, today. That energy is going to be pulled out of the past and is going to come in with the wisdom. You're going to be seeking at that wisdom. Also, what's going to happen is that the moon is going to be joining Saturn. Your intuition is going to come in. It's like working particularly in your personal level as where is my wisdom in the subconscious? Because on the subconscious, I know what is right, but right or wrong in their clashes. So as you're changing your subconscious, you need to understand it gives you time. And this is what we are talking about, this 6 months of period in there, you to learn that, you to take that authority within yourself to change for that new beginning that it's going to comes in. That transfer of new beginning is going to be uh, very intense in the next 3 years because who else is going to change? Neptune and Saturn, they're going to be going into areas, come back, they're going to be retrograde, they're going to be dancing in there. Pluto is going to be dancing back and forth, but he's not going back into Capricorn. You do your job right now in the next few months in there for that's it. Pluto is already direct. Pluto says like enough of learning, enough of this. It's time to do it. Okay, no, there is going to be no points of this. So Pluto is going full forward with the new things that comes in, and you like it or not, it is what it is. Understanding to operate it with that is going to be helping you with the changes because the sun is going to be when we go into Aquarius, you're going to be seeing it. That authority is going to come in together. Okay, but look at it in the past. Right now, there's also going to be a lot of purging time with this general energies in there, and this is why they're currently so heavy energies. But they're heavy because it has not been dealt for a very long time. We're talking about centuries of unawakened consciousness and development in there. Right now, the awareness is beginning to awake people because you're aware of there's something goes on, and then you're awake to what is going on within the reality. You're not gonna like it, but you're gonna be what? Living into that reality, facing within you. All right. So what's going on with the day? All right, that's 8 o'clock. Divine energies that's gonna come together with Neptune and Uranus towards this point. In about we're talking about in the 5 days, the sun is gonna be right there. Your authority is gonna come out. It's gonna be coming out and strong and powerful. For the moon is gonna be giving you this divine energies of wisdom. It's like, okay, you're a ruler, you're the king, you're everything, and so on. But do you understand what you're doing and what is the consequences of what you're doing? And that energy that is going to come as a point of the midheaven is going to be connecting directly to the North Node. With that being said, in there, the portion is to synchronize the things within yourself about understanding the consequences. And since you've seen it in the past, now you're building a new art, you're building a new life in the total understanding of what happened in the past, the learning from the past. That's the part of the history. That is the energy of the history in there. Okay, to learn the lessons. And all the divine books in there, and all the religions, they have the legends about gods, and so on and so on, and then about humans and everything that is happening. And with that, it is about to show us the experience. And that experience, and that can be leading you all the way back into your childhood when you were reading the bedtime stories, because those bedtime stories is teaching you within yourself, but that can leading also to the commandments, okay, where it says like don't steal. So if you don't, if you steal from somebody, you're not developing yourself. Don't lie, because when you lie others, you're also lying to yourself. So as you see it, the energies is going to be continue pointing out towards from within you. All right, 8 o'clock passed by, and this is a 9 o'clock's energy. The ascendant is going to be at Scorpio. Divine energy is towards the North Node, which is the North Node is going to be calling to look in the shadow. But what you see is in the shadow is going to be connecting with your emotions. As the moon it's approaching right in here below Saturn, the wisdom is gonna come. It's like, you know what? It's time to play with these emotions. It's time to act on the fears. Let me start act on the point of wisdom. Okay. And since Mars is in trine with Venus, and Venus is in trine with Neptune, and they're all coming in together, and there's points for, you're going to be able to work it out that way. When you understand your masculine, your feminine energies, and what is their purpose are within the emotions, because all the emotions is that's going to be coming in, the family emotions, the intimacy emotions, spiritual emotions, they're all coming. A lot of emotions, a lot of vibrations, a lot of things about love. But as you see it, the unhealed patterns of Chiron, that it's in Aries with Mars and the Sun currently in there, they are going to be intensified. Okay. So, looking at there of the past, you are going to be able to see what particularly you have not changed and what you need to change. 10 o'clock, the midheaven is going to be at Virgo, pointing out towards the node. Healing the patterns in there is about like you need to heal, you need to fight in there for this. But that midheaven at Virgo can go against the intuitions that currently right now she's seeking the wisdom. You want to do something and understand why do we have to do it. You need to be having this wisdom, okay? This wisdom that it's coming from Saturn, and Saturn is the one that actually can teach you. You can learn through the good way, you can learn through the bad way, but if you take in an account of what is your actions that led into the wrong side of consequences is in there, okay? Because you act, but you didn't really think about the consequences and a point of energy, karma, understanding, and harm or passing drama, trauma, and so on for it. Now you understand this kind of like a patterns inside of it. It's not did anything good personally for you because you missed the opportunity, you missed the shot to develop a totally different understandings in there, to create different actions that lead to the growth. Uh, And that's what this awakening is going to be happening here for a lot of us in there. And you're going to be seeing it that you have to purge the past. But with the purge the past, it's not like I have a problems and I have to kind of like purge them and they're gonna go away. No, it's gonna be require you to open up those patterns inside of you and change those patterns and allow those patterns to take a place of acceptance, and that acceptance to comes in, it changes the behavior. Okay. And a lot of the people they think like, okay, I'm gonna get into this and so on, but you're carrying those things with you. And now the big purge, it's coming. You're going to see a purge all over the place. Purging of people, purging of situations, purging of this kind of like a people who lives in illusions, okay, living in something, and you're gonna see them. They're gonna rise up and they think that they're right, and then they find out that there are a lot of the things inside of them that are not proper, right? But that also applies to yourself. So if you see somebody who has internal fights in there within them, you can help them in there. But if they comes in and they bring that internal fights for themselves towards you, what can you do? They have to fight within themselves. You just have to let them do what they want to do because that energy is not coming to you. You're not accepting it. That energy is go back into the sender themselves. And that's going to be that kind of like the trash take itself out situations for. So you're going to be seeing it, some of those patterns all of a sudden. All right, talking about the next hour, which is going to be at noon, there's going to be this relationship for, as you see it, that is connecting with, again, with the moon and Saturn, the wisdom. Okay, be wise. Okay, there is a problems, there is a situations, there is a crap in there, but don't push. Don't push the other people. Don't tell other people what they have, or so on. Particularly about relationships in there. You cannot force relationships. Relationships comes in and they happens naturally. If there's a problems within the relationship. Something has to be look. Something has to be seeing it in there. That also is going to come out in the next hour, for because the sun and the true Lilith are coming together right here. But as we see it in the next hour situations, everything that it piles, it brings it right there. Relationships, it's also including your relationship within your soul, within your spirit. What is it, the level of that consciousness inside of you that understands the importance with this? But at the same time, you have to also look at what is this consciousness about your body, your physical existence in there. Since we are talking about Libra, we're talking about to make this balance. Currently, there is no balance, and everyone is looking at in there. What is my imbalance is? Well, imbalances comes in because you have these new patterns, you have these new energies, you have this new understanding that's calling you, and then you have to find what you already built in the past of who you are. So right now, if you take a look those energies, guys, into the present, okay, you have to release something. As soon as you release something, you accept something. Release something, you accept something. And that's how you're gonna be moving towards for it. You accept the new things, you're releasing the old patterns. But it takes time. Okay? It takes time. Don't hurry up. Mars is impatience and Cancer. And you guys see it in the next 6 months. This impatience is going to be blowing off. As the sun is going to be entering Aries, Aries is very impatient. If you guys don't know that, okay? But don't go against the Aries because the Aries is going to blow up the fire. And that's going to be fire up towards Mars. And Mars in Cancer, in there, it's like this harmony in the family and so on. And when you have this impatience, here is going to be your fights. Okay, here is what it's going to be your fights, and this is why we need this cardinal changes that comes in right now with this. But as you beginning to build your understanding what you're going to face, and in the base of what you're going to face, you're realizing of what you need to let it go. So you can have the room and space of understanding in there build up so you can be able to release and accept, release and accept. And that's how it's going to be moving forward. Okay. All right. Don't worry about the next hour. That is going to be the midheaven at Scorpio. A lot of emotions, lower emotions in there. You may feel the lower energies at 2 o'clock as that too, but they are going to be in a proper purpose. If you feel like you need some healing, you need to cry out and it needs to be doing it that, yes. But there's going to be this spiritual learning connections. It's like, uh, okay, I can have this, but if I don't have the spirit, what it is. But at the same time, I have the spiritual connections, but I'm missing this physical intimacy to understand that with the deep feelings in there. Okay. So now, as you're understanding this from within yourself, you learn that you have to have them all. Okay, you gotta have this typical family relationships in there and emotions. You gotta have this intimacy, sexual relationships in there, but you gotta have also the spiritual, emotional connections that puts all those three together. And this is why this Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, there's gonna be kind of like a very interesting energies in the next few years ahead. All right, the next hour we're talking about 3 o'clock in there. You know that Venus is opposing Uranus. As they like, Venus is opposing the changes, opposing these things, and Uranus is going to be like, don't you know, not to fight me. I created you to be loved. I didn't create you to go out there and fight me. Okay. So a lot of this energy is going to be this angel wings that it's going to be created with Pluto, but it's the same time it's going to be creating at the North Node because that midheaven with the North Node and Venus in particular, it is about to build the next life, build it with love. Because with love, you can change the next patterns, you can change bad behaviors, you can change things, you can change situations. But where is Venus right now? Venus is in underworld rising up from the underworld. You're going to find out a lot of energy that is going to comes out and is going to be this for. But when you look at it within the past, and there of that picture that I posted at the front of the video, for what can you find? People who started with nothing and built families, people who begin with something and so on. So if you have to build and rebuild from scratch, you're going to be start and build and rebuilding from what? From experience. Okay. From experience. Okay, that experience is gonna come. You're gonna be finding this inspirational energies as the midheaven. It is very, very beautiful with the North Node situations. And we're talking about Lilith ascendant is gonna be at Aquarius for perfect energy for you to seek that within the new, perfectly to you to get where you're going. Okay. But as the call comes out for, and we're seeing this unifications here with the moon and Saturn um, towards the south node for, that is it. You're looking at into the past. Okay. You're looking at into the past relationships, maybe a past what you learned from the relationship, maybe from your grandparents, maybe from your parents, maybe deeply from within you. But this is a divine time to talk about this. Okay. You're going to be able to see, like, I recognize this, I recognize that, and so forth from that. All right. 5 p.m. Midheaven is going to be at Saturn opposing Jupiter. A lot of dualities, a lot of things is like what I cannot do, what is this, what is so forth and so forth. Powerful moments will be because of Uranus and Mars are pointing these divine energies towards the inner work. So if you have something around those degrees, we're talking about the 21st till 27 degrees of Sag. In there, you're getting divine messages from Mars and Uranus. It's about let's be a friend. You cannot be a friend with others if you're not friends within yourself, because that unfriendliness from within you is showing up with the friendshipness with others. So a lot of things are connecting, and even the next hour we talking about 6 p.m. About unhealed patterns that are coming into the surface. They're still gonna come out to the surface. It's still gonna be coming in, and they're still gonna be calling for cardinal changes, even in the next hour. I said in a few reports, guys, pay attention to the 7 p.m. And the 7 p.m. Energies currently in there. That's what this is. That inner work that it's opposing Mars squares Saturn squares Chiron. Okay. And this is what you're going to have the fights. But if you seeking it, uh, working together to put things together within perspective, you have to get to work into the material work. And this is why Uranus right now is going back and it tells you you have to go back in the time. You have to go back and go back to the roots. You have to go back into the earth. You have to go build the home. You have to go build the farm. You have to be self independent. You don't have to be with this because currently what's happening in there for it, the growth, the food, the expenses, and so on and so on. A lot of the people are going back to the source energies of working on the ground, making it their own food, creating their own stuff. They don't want to have this job that can be let it go tomorrow. They don't want to have someone to tell them what they can and cannot do. They want to be making sure they go back into this environment of connecting to a mother nature. That is a this energy. This is why Taurus is the second energies after you've been born. You have the fire of life, which is Aries energy is. But that fire of life is given into you to perform on earth. And this is why when you are 2 year old, you're going around and you're touching everything to understand your surrounding. But it's the same time why you're here on earth. Taurus is very important energy. Don't underestimate that energy is in there. Because right there at Taurus, Taurus is the one that creates all the productivity. It's connecting to the cow, the milk. Okay? The milk, it's considered to the drinks of life after the water, of course. Okay? But as we're talking about who's producing it, it's the cow. Where is the cow? Is in the farm. Who's take care of it, the farm? Who takes the milk out of the cow? The human. And this is a that energies that's gonna come out so strong because you are seeking it. It's like what I'm getting is not what it is. Okay, you're getting it some certain fruits or certain uh, um, stuff for eating, but they're not what they used to be. They're something else, right? And now you're looking at for what you're putting in yourself as also it's important. All right, next hour, which is just gonna be at 8 p.m. Saturn and the moon they're already kind of like beginning to separate in there. That revaluations of the past hour as the moon and Saturn were together. You're seeking at this. It's like you can feel nostalgic. You can feel like I'm missing things. I'm missing situations. I'm missing past relationships, or I'm missing my old self in there. But it's that energy is coming out in there because of the midheaven. It is currently trining the south node, and a sextile the north node is going to come to you a very powerful visions because the ascendant does the exact the same thing. And with those energies for as the Jupiter is right now retrograde there, he is telling you reevaluate. You're gonna be regrowing things. Okay. This is what is gonna be the real power of this healing as a Chiron sits there. All right. Next hour, there's going to be at 9 o'clock, a lot of divine energies. You got to be friendly with the divine energies. As the same thing, you're friendly, that divine energy is going to be putting out towards everybody else. Yes, you are going to have a conflict. Yes, you are going to have challenges. Yes, some people are still within this transitions and there that like, I don't know what is this is all about. But as a Neptune is in that positions in there, it's gonna ask you like looking at your subconscious, why are you like this? Why have duality? What is it good? What is it bad for you? And this is a kind of like the moments in there and the Pisces that your soul, your spirit, before you get born or reborn in the earth as a gravity for. This is where you reevaluate yourself for the road that you're gonna have here. Okay. So when the energies are in that Pisces for you have the duality, it's like okay, I still have karma to do with this, and this. I still have things to do with this, and this. I still have those situations. So I need to have this energy with me and that energy with me. That's how it has to be, so I can be able to do this. And then when you go, you wait for the energy on earth to match what you need to do. And then one of the energy on earth matching on what you need to do. Your soul through the gravity to the wormhole, it's entering because the vibrations of earth and your soul and in the same frequency. And your soul entering and penetrates within earth. And that's how your energy of the soul, it's coming here. Okay. So it's important to seek this inside of yourself as that energy is gonna come in. What did you program yourself before you came here? But you have to be friendly. Friendly. All right. 10 o'clock, it's coming. The midheaven is going to be at Pisces. It's going to be remind you about this past. It's kind of like, oh man, I went through a lot of stuff. Maybe you're going to feel like, wow, sit down with yourself in there. It's like, man, I went through a lot of crap in life. What would you go ahead and tell yourself? It's like, man, I did a lot of good stuff. You see, sometimes when you sit down with your own self, that is it, one of the quality time a lot of the people missing this daily 1 hour time to do something about yourself from within yourself. You don't pay attention to kids or our wife, so on and so on. You're not busy with work, distracting yourself of not to do your inner work. It's very healthy to spend 1 hour on self reflection and there. You can go ahead and study and so on. Let's say, for example, you're reading something, you study, and so forth but you're filling up information. I'm talking about something else. Talking about you just sit down with you, from within yourself, looking at what you need to upgrade, what you need to improve. Most of the time, that is a challenges because you're gonna have these internal wars inside of you. But as at 11 o'clock is gonna come in at night, with this energies, beautiful emotions they can come in, very powerful, beautiful emotions in there. If you trust those emotions, everything's gonna be fine. But if you're trusting what you see, that it's a lot of upcoming fights are coming, okay, this is going to be showing you the truth. And the truth right now is that right in here, Saturn is with the true Lilith. It is opposing Chiron. This is we're talking about 21 degrees, 22 degrees. As you see it right here, the Sun and the true Lilith, they are both of 22 degrees. Chiron is 21 degrees. Mars is at 21 degrees, and the ascendant right here, it's at 22 degrees. So this energy is going to build up, but with this energy is going to come out at 7 o'clock in the morning, and you have to deal with this. It's time to get that because this situations isn't there. It's connecting with self-healing that leads to a pattern of stepping up and fix the patterns about it. the masculine energies of actions in the family that ultimately leads into the relationships, because the relationships with your partner will lead to the relationship with kids. And this is what is about a pattern that we need to change from within ourselves. And this is why you need to learn or distracting from old patterns. Uh, Old patterns of what, how your grandparents was, old patterns of how your parents was. You have to purge the negative energies with all this, but you also have to see the positive. You can't just go ahead and to remove something completely out, because with the trash, you're taking what? You're taking the goodies out. And this is why these energies of the past experience is going to be, I'm taking the good experiences that comes with the wisdom and the knowledge within the future by releasing past sides. And then little by little, release and go, release and go. It's going to be good when you does that with the flow of life, the flow of the energies. And this is why this wisdom here at 11 o'clock, as we're talking about this midheaven in there, where is it pointing out to the truth? You're seeing the truth, but the truth is connecting from what? Your subconscious, and your soul connecting within your own spirit within you. And hopefully that's happening for you guys. All right. So hopefully this astro-gravitational report and wisdom helps you in your life. We're looking forward for your comments. Yesterday I had great comments in there. Keep them coming, because when people sees them, they see that experience. And when you share your experience there, it can give them this guidelines of how they can do the things for themselves and stay away from people who has a war with you with themselves and they bring it towards you. Okay, just put them on the withdrawal. Okay, you withdraw from that energy, withdraw from these conflicts. They have their own conflicts. Let them deal with their conflict. Sooner or later, the conflicts builds within them, and they're going to the path they need to see within their life. Wish them farewell and let it be, because you working on you. Okay, that is it about. You're building your new life, the life that you were destined to do. That's what you choose to come into this muddy, really muddy situations of shifting between age of Pisces and age of Aquarius. Okay, that's what led you here. So that's all that is for right now, guys. Thank you so much. And again, appreciate your coffee, guys. Love you, be love, and I will see you next time.